everybody. 私はあるタウスです。Did you catch that? I've just used the expression 私はです, which we practiced last time. Do you still remember it? This expression is used to tell about 私 or oneself.
私は海宝です。
私は峰です。
杉原です。どうぞよろしく。
いらっしゃい。加藤さん、しばらく。いやいや、ジャンさん、太郎です。
はじめまして。太郎さんですか。はい、ヤンです。どうぞよろしく。よろしく。
どうぞよろしく. Remember that? When you add どうぞよろしく after 私はです, you have the single most common pattern for introducing yourself. In the scene we just saw, Taro introduced himself to Yang, whom he was meeting for the first time, by saying, はじめまして, Taro desu. Literally, はじめまして means I'm meeting you for the first time, and it is another common method of greeting people one meets for the first time. Today, we'll review what we learned last time, take up a few new sentences, and then, to conclude today's lesson, we'll take another look at part 1 of our skit. All right, do you remember what this is called? Answer in Japanese.
それは鉛筆です。それは鉛筆です。
That's right. これは鉛筆です。Well then, what's this? In Japanese.
それはテキストです。それはテキストです。
That's right. これはテキストです。Did you notice that just now Kaiho-san said それはテキストです, but I said これはテキストです. Do you remember the reason? That's right. If a thing is thought of as being close to the listener, それは is used. On the other hand, if it is thought of as being close to the speaker, or if the speaker is holding it, これは is used.
これは何ですか？
それは椅子です。
これは椅子です。これは何ですか？
それはタバコです。
これはタバコです。これは何ですか？
それは新聞です。
これは新聞です。これは何ですか？
それはメガネです。
これはメガネです。これは何ですか？
これは傘です。
これは傘です。
Now, are you sure of the difference between kore and sore? In the presentation, did you notice that whenever Mine-san produced a new object, he used this expression?
これは何ですか？これは何ですか？
Kore wa nan desu ka is used when you want to ask what something is. Now we'll have Kaiho-san say it, and you repeat after him. But keep in mind that this is pronunciation practice and not a conversation between you and Kaiho-san. All right, Kaiho-san, please.
これは何ですか？これは何ですか？これは何ですか？
Were you able to imitate his pronunciation all right? Next, we'll have Mine-san produce various things again, and this time you ask him what they are. But of course, when you ask him what the things he has are, you mustn't ask, これは何ですか? What should you say? That's right. When you ask Mine-san what the things he has are, you should say, それは何ですか? Okay, let's go right ahead and try it. Go ahead. Ask him what that is.
それは何ですか？
これは椅子です。
Do you remember what that's called? Ask Mine-san what it is.
それは何ですか？
これはタバコです。
Ah, what's that called? Ask him what it is.
それは何ですか？
これは新聞です。
Oh, what does he have now? Ask him and see.
それは何ですか？
これはメガネです。
What's this that Sunihara-san has brought? Ask her what it is. それは何ですか？
これは傘です。
どうもありがとう。
How did that go? You didn't have any trouble asking them what the objects were, did you? At the very end, Mine-san said, どうもありがとう. This phrase is used to thank someone. When you want to be polite, say, ありがとうございます or どうもありがとうございます. Let's have Kaiho-san repeat these expressions for us.
ありがとうございます。どうもありがとうございます。
Today we have a special guest with us to give a demonstration of an unusual craft. Kojima-san is an expert at harigane zaiku, which means bending a wire into the shape of various objects. This craft is said to have started around the end of the 19th century, and for many years after that, men like Kojima-san were a familiar sight at fairs and carnivals around the country where they gave a demonstration of their skills. This craft is now dying out, but for most older Japanese, the sight of these wire objects arouses strong feelings of nostalgia. There are all sorts of objects arranged here, aren't there? As we find out what they are, you listen carefully, paying special attention to the use of kore and sore. これは何ですか？
それは自転車です。
He says this is a bicycle. Mina-san, would you say that for us in Japanese?
これは自転車です。これは自転車です。
これは何ですか？
これはヘリコプターです。
He says it's a helicopter. The rotors even revolve.
これは何ですか？
それは飛行機です。
ああ。
それは何ですか？
これはね。それは何ですか？
これは自動車です。
This is a car. In Japanese, the word for car is jidosha or sometimes kuruma.
いえプレゼントです。
どうもありがとう。これは何ですか？
それは車です。
車？どうもありがとう。これは車です。
You don't have trouble with kore and sore anymore, do you? When the speaker talks about something he has, he uses kore. When he talks about something the person he's speaking to has, he uses sore. But how should a person refer to something which isn't close either to himself or to the person he's speaking to? In that case, the word are is used.
あれは何ですか？
ああ、あれは花火です。
わあ。あれは何ですか？
ああ、あれは飛行機です。
When you are asked, あれは何ですか? Then the object in question is within neither the questioner's zone nor your own. So incidentally, あれは is used in the answer too. The fireworks were beautiful, weren't they? In Japan in the summertime, fireworks displays are shown all over the country. Children enjoy setting off sparklers too. Well, getting back to are, let's take a look at the skit about young and see how it was used there.
Kato さん、あれは何ですか？
加藤さん、あれは何ですか？
どれですか？
あれですよ、あれ。あのビル。
ああ、あれは団地です。
ああ、あれは団地です。
団地。
ええ。
This is called a danchi. A danchi is a group of high-rise apartment buildings. Of course, there are many single-family houses in Japan, but to help ease the housing shortage, many of these danchi have been built all around the country. We had Kaiho-san and Mine-san do this exchange slowly, so I don't think you had any trouble understanding them. Now, let's watch the same scene again at normal speed.
加藤さん、あれは何ですか？
どれですか？
あれですよ、あれ。あのビル。
ああ、あれは団地です。
団地。
ええ、全部住宅です。
へえ。
I'm sure by now you've got これ、それ, and あれ down pat. So we'll ask you some questions, and you answer using the appropriate word.
これは何ですか？
それは傘です。
これは傘です。
あれは何ですか？
あれは飛行機です。
これはカメラです。これは何ですか？これは何ですか？
In answering the last question, didn't you want to say, that is a camera too? In Japanese, you say, それもカメラです。
これは何ですか？
それはカメラです。
これは何ですか？
それもカメラです。
これもカメラですか？
はい、それもカメラです。
Do you understand これも now? As you just saw, これも can be used in questions too, like これもカメラですか? To reply, that's right, just say はい and add それもカメラです。
これもカメラですか？
はい、それもカメラです。
それもカメラですか？
はい、それもカメラです。
これもカメラですか？
But that doesn't look like a camera to me. It seems to be a radio. In Japanese, the word for radio is radio. But how can we tell Sugihara-san that she's wrong?
これもカメラですか？
いいえ、それはカメラではありません。これはラジオです。
To tell a person who's asked you this question that he's wrong, you say, いいえ, and then continue with this reply. それはではありません. Let's practice repeating this after Mine-san.
いいえ、それはカメラではありません。いいえ、それはカメラではありません。
Now, if someone asks you, これもカメラですか? You'll be able to answer either yes or no, won't you? To answer in the affirmative, you say, はい、それもカメラです. And to answer in the negative, you say, いいえ、それはカメラではありません.
これは海保さんのですか？
いいえ、私のではありません。
これはアルタウス先生のですか？
Sugihara-san is puzzled because she doesn't know who the radio and the camera belong to. she needs to use the expression for whose are these or whose is this. Let's find out how to say that.
これは誰のですか？これは誰のですか？
This is how to ask who something belongs to. Dare means who, and so dare no means whose. Now, let's have Sugihara-san find out who those things belong to.
これは誰のですか？これは誰のですか？
あ、そのラジオ私のです。
Well, she seems to have found the owner of the radio. Did you notice this? When Mine-san appeared to claim his radio, he said, そのラジオは私のです。そのラジオ is more specific than それ. Likewise, to make clearer what I'm talking about, I can say このテキスト instead of これ and あのカメラ instead of あれ. In the skit about Jan, you heard この車 and あのビル. Did you catch those parts? In a minute, we'll see the skit again, but first let's look once more at the sentences we practiced today. First, あれは何ですか? And second, これもカメラです. And これはカメラではありません. You don't have any trouble with any of these now, do you? And finally, これは誰のですか? You remember these sentence patterns, don't you? They appear in the skit, so listen for them. Now, let me add two simple explanations. The first one concerns Nihon no kuruma. This means a Japanese make of car. Second, the phrase そうです will appear. It means that's right or you're right. Well then, with these things in mind, let's watch the skit once more.
太郎さんですか。はい、ヤンです。どうぞよろしく。よろしく。
さあ、行きましょう。太郎、車。はい。私、これも行きます。いいですね。
ちょっと。これはあなたのですか。
あ、はい、私のです。どうもありがとうございます。
いいえ。じゃ。
どうもすみません。
こちらこそどうも。どうもすみません。おい、太郎。はい。これはヤンさんの荷物ですか。
これは私のです。
ヤンさん、これは。
あ、それも私のです。
あら、これは私のではありません。
じゃあこれは誰のですか。
あ、これは私のです。これはあなたのですか。
はい、私のです。どうもありがとうございます。
いやいや、どういたしました。
これは私のではありません。
あ、 私のです。
どうもすみません。
どうもすいません。
この車は太郎さんのですか？
いえ、私のです。
日本の車ですか？
ええ、そうです。
ヤンさん、加藤さん、あれは何ですか？
え、どれですか？
あれですよ、あれ、あのビル。
ああ、あれは団地です。
団地。
ええ、全部住宅です。
へえ。
ヤンさん、家内です。
はじめまして、どうぞよろしく。
はじめまして、ヤンです。
私みどりです。どうぞよろしく。
みどりさん、よろしくお願いします。
どうもありがとうございます。
よかったね。さあ、ヤンさん、どうぞ。
お待たせしました。はい、みどり。
涼しいですね。
久しぶりでしょう。
もう13年ぶりですよ。なんで光るんですか？
それじゃあヤンさんの来日を祝して乾杯しましょう。
乾杯。